All right, there's this 5'5", 66-pound robot with an aluminum frame. But instead of looking like a typical metal machine, it's wrapped in a soft, knitted suit. Not just any fabric, though. It's 3D printed nylon made with a high-tech Japanese Shima-Seki knitting machine, so it fits seamlessly. It's quiet, about as loud as a fridge, and built to handle everyday tasks like making coffee, cleaning, vacuuming, and even doing laundry. It can even double as a mobile speaker system. Unlike the usual clunky, metallic robots with exposed joints and blinking lights, this one has a warm, friendly design that actually looks like it belongs in a home. 1X just released a short, 37-second video showcasing their new robot. In the video, you see this sweet, knit-bodied robot preparing coffee for a super happy couple. The couple is dressed in these earthy-toned outfits in an earthy-toned house, chatting and laughing together while poor Neo Gamma goes practically unnoticed. There's a part toward the end of the clip that has a total Wes Anderson vibe. The camera is outside the house. You can see the couple enjoying a glass of wine through one window, and then on the other side, there's Neo Gamma just sitting alone on the couch. The video even leaves you with a slightly sad impression. It looks like the robot desperately needs a hug, or at least some acknowledgement. And that's actually an interesting point. If you're like me, you might already be kind of attached to your little Roomba, or maybe you've named your dishwasher or something. Hey, no judgment. But with Neo Gamma's design, 1X is deliberately making us think about how we treat these future robot companions. Is it just a machine, or should we be considerate of something that communicates in almost human ways, through speech, movement, or body language? Now let's talk about the technology behind Neo Gamma. First off, Neo Gamma can move using reinforcement learning at 100 Hz. Reinforcement learning basically means it's been trained, often using motion capture data from real people, to walk like us, with a natural gait, and to swing its arms in a relaxed, human-like manner. It can squat down, stand up, sit in chairs without toppling over, and adapt to new environments. That's a huge deal because a big challenge with most humanoid robots is keeping them balanced and stable as they interact with unpredictable household objects, like the random toy left on the floor or a pet cat roaming around. And get this, 1X also trained a visual manipulation model that helps the robot pick up a variety of objects, even ones it hasn't seen before. Basically, it's using neural networks that interpret the raw data from its sensors so it can figure out how to grip something like a spoon, a cup, or maybe even a TV remote. Combine that with the fact that it's only about as loud as a typical refrigerator, thanks to upgraded hardware that's 10 decibels quieter than its predecessor, Neo Beta, and you've got a robot that seems more at home in a living room than in a factory. They've also packed in an in-house large language model, which just means it has a voice companion feature that lets you talk to it almost as naturally as you would with another person, or at least with something like ChatGPT. And it's not just about understanding commands. 1X is working on giving Neo Gamma body language too, so that it can nod, gesture, or otherwise react in more human-like ways. Apparently, the robot has these LED-lit ear rings on either side of its head that glow in real time, giving you visual feedback about its status. Maybe it's listening, maybe it's processing your question, or maybe it's politely letting you know that your request to pick up pizza from the fridge is a bit too weird. Now, in terms of design, Neo Gamma is meant to be safe around people. Instead of big metal arms, you've got these jointed actuators with soft covers, so if it brushes against you, you probably won't get bruised. The knit suit, earthy toned of course, hides all the mechanical stuff and is specifically shaped to avoid anything pointy or dangerous sticking out. This approach is super important if the robot is going to be around kids, elderly family members, or pets. 1X is basically saying they want to test the robot in real homes and gather data on how it deals with normal day-to-day life, opening doors for grandma, carefully avoiding the sleeping dog, or learning how to handle random clutter. The CEO of 1X, Bernd Bornich, has stated that the ultimate vision is a world where each of us might have a personal robot helper, much like Baymax from Big Hero 6 or Rosie from the Jetsons. But to get there, they need these robots to experience real home environments, not just controlled labs or industrial spaces, so that they learn all the little nuances of human life. They need to figure out how to handle different floor textures, varied lighting, or the random moment your toddler decides to whack the robot with a plastic hammer. In our last video, we discussed Figure, which used to be closely connected to OpenAI. Well, 1X is also backed by OpenAI. In fact, 1X acquired a Bay Area startup called Kind Humanoid earlier this year. However, 1X says that technology from Kind Humanoid isn't actually integrated into NeoGamma just yet. It's all about building up that super intelligent, physically capable, large language model-based platform that can eventually help out at home. Some folks might recall that 1X first popped up in the news when OpenAI announced it was investing in them. This might be because so many people believe the next big leap in AI is embodied intelligence, meaning that the AI steps out of just being software on a computer screen and actually goes physical, working alongside humans in the real world. So you can imagine the potential synergy. A ChatGPT-like intelligence that can literally walk over to your stove and help you cook dinner. Right now, though, it's still a work in progress, and that's something 1X doesn't hide. The new model is definitely more advanced than the old beta, but we're not exactly seeing a final, ready-to-ship product. They keep emphasizing we're close, but we're not quite at the point where you can hop on Amazon and order a NeoGamma for your living room. Alongside the household chore aspect, another interesting feature is that NeoGamma can double as a rolling stereo system. It has 3 speakers, 1 in the chest for AI voice interactions and 2 in the pelvis for bass and 360-degree effects. Plus 4 microphones around its body so it can pick up your voice from different directions. Just imagine telling your robot to follow you around playing your favorite Spotify playlist while you're tidying up the house. It's a bit surreal, but also like kind of amazing, right? Speaking of other tidbits, in one of the articles talking about the robot, there was a quick mention about BYD building the world's largest battery storage projects in Saudi Arabia, and MIT's MI-Fly system that helps drones navigate in pitch-dark indoor environments. These references were kind of placed under a more stories section. They're not directly related to the NeoGamma robot, but they do highlight how the tech world in general is going at warp speed. Batteries, drones, AI, everything's just accelerating. Anyway, there's also some upcoming or ongoing events in the robotics community that 1X might show up at, like the Robotics Summit and Expo in Boston, April 30th to May 1st, 2025. From what I've read, there'll be names like Aaron Saunders from Boston Dynamics talking about their Atlas robot, plus discussions on safety standards and real-world deployments of humanoids in commercial settings. A big part of that conversation is going to be, how do we ensure these robots aren't going to accidentally knock over a fragile vase, or worse, harm a person? And that's exactly why 1X is focusing so heavily on making NeoGamma safe, warm, and relatively quiet. For adoption in regular homes, it really can't be this terrifying metal skeleton zipping around your living room. One other big challenge is cost and reliability. 1X says they made a 10-fold improvement in hardware reliability over the beta version, which is a big jump. They've also managed to reduce noise by about 10 decibels, as mentioned. Reliability is crucial if you're going to trust a robot with day-to-day tasks. People might put up with the occasional glitch on their phone or laptop, but if your robot is dropping coffee cups or can't handle a doorknob properly, that's going to be a deal breaker. Then there's the question of whether or not it can handle specialized tasks, like helping the physically challenged. If an elderly person needs a door opened or groceries carried, the robot absolutely has to be safe, strong, and incredibly steady. And let's not ignore the emotional angle. The marketing video practically screams, "Hey, look at how lonely and neglected this robot seems." Which brings me back to the question, should we be more empathetic toward machines that appear human and communicate with us like humans? Historically, we haven't worried too much about how our vacuum cleaners or dishwashers feel, but the minute you give a robot a face, like NeoGamma's simple, approachable LED-lit expression, and teach it to talk, you can't help but project some level of human feeling onto it. Maybe that's just brilliant marketing by 1X, or maybe it's the reality of how we as people will relate to humanoid robots in the near future. In any case, the goal is to get a fully autonomous, general-purpose humanoid that can seamlessly integrate into the home environment, learn from real-world experiences, and basically become a friendly, helpful member of the family, while also being aware of the safety, cost, and privacy concerns we all share. It's definitely not a trivial problem, but the folks at 1X are determined to take it on. They even mention older icons like Rosie the robot from the Jetsons, which is basically the archetype for a home helper who does everything from cleaning to cooking. We might finally be inching toward that future. So yeah, that's the story. If you liked this deep dive into 1X's Neo Gamma, hit that like button, subscribe for more AI and robotics breakdowns, and let me know in the comments, would you invite this knit-suited robot into your house, or do you think we should hold off on hugging our robots until we know for sure they're not resentful of all the chores we make them do? Let's keep the conversation going. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.